Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, I am really glad you chose to click on my video. My name is Michael and I am documenting my journey of building a home in Ghana while living abroad. On this channel, I share the real stuff, costs, lessons, wins and losses, and everything in between. So if you enjoy content like this or find this video helpful in any way, do me a quick favor, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any future updates. Now let's get into today's video. Every time I look at the clips from this project, it hits different. I'm not just building a house, I am building a future for my family and myself, right? Honestly, when I started, I thought the hardest parts would be the foundation and the decking. I've done a total of 4 decking so far. But plastering surprised me. I used to think it was just for the looks, but it turned out to be one of the most important and eye-opening phases so far. It taught me more than I expected about construction, about patience, and about managing a dream from thousands of miles away. So let me break it down. External plastering is just covering your bare blocks with a mix of cement and sand. Simple, right? But that layer protects everything. In Ghana, with rains, the sun, and the dust, your building takes a beating. And without proper plaster, moisture creeps in, and eventually cracks will show up. And before long, you're spending more fixing things that it would have cost to do properly from the onset. It's not just for show, it's for protection. And trust me, if you want your house to last, this step or this phase of your building project matters a lot. We used a simple ratio, 1 bag of cement to 4 pounds of sand. Too much sand and it crumbles. Too little, it cracks. First, we applied a scratch coat, a rough layer to grip the final plaster, then the finishing coat. And that's where the mason skills shows. Anyone can mix sand and cement. But getting a smooth, even surface, that takes real experience. And let's talk about one thing that most people skip, curing. That's the part that people skip a lot in the videos that I've seen so far. But we didn't. We kept the walls moist for at least 7 days. That gives it time to harden slowly and without cracks. This will not cause any issues later. It slows down the process. It's not glamorous, but it makes all the difference to make sure that your mixture cures properly, right? I didn't go for an ultra smooth finishing because I'll be doing graviato, so I need to have a surface that will hold that graviato. So we didn't go for a smooth finishing. I'll be real with you. I almost made a big mistake. I was thinking of hiring a cheaper crew. I thought to myself, it's just plastering. How hard can plastering be, right? I am glad I didn't. I talked to some few friends who I know are also building or have built in the past, and they all warned me not to be cheap in this phase of the project. But plastering, will haunt you years down the road. I also miscalculated materials. I thought we will only use 100 bags of cement, but we're almost close to 200 bags of cement. And I thought so because in the interior plastering we use about 150 bags. So I was thinking the outside don't have any walls dividing the rooms, so it should take less. Yeah, I was wrong. The outside needed more cement, mostly because the mixture have to be right, and also some places were not evenly, and the blocks were not evenly laid, so it had to be a thicker plastering. So make sure when you're doing your plastering, you keep that in mind, right? Now let's talk about cost, right? I just told you about buying more materials than I needed, and because my project is what 3 or 4 floors, it cost me a few thousand cities to pay someone to carry sand from the ground floor all the way to the top, right? Because they were doing the mixture at the top and then sending it down to the masons to do the plastering. That was an additional cost that I wasn't thinking about. I thought, you give the masons the job and that job include them carrying the sand, but no, you have to pay someone to do that part. So just keep that in mind if you're building several floors, that can add up really quick. We went over budget. I wanted to spend less than 20,000 CDs, and I think I probably spent, if I don't include the cement, at least workmanship alone is more than 20,000 CDs. Cement prices when we started plastering was 88 CDs for this. I think it was Empire Cement 32.5, and the last one I bought was 95 CDs. So cement prices kept changing. Um, Labor added up really fast, and sometimes I had to feed the team. So it's not just culture, it's strategy, right? A fed crew works harder and happier. Could I have cut corners? Absolutely yes. But I'll be paying for it later. Quality might cost more now, but it will save me some headaches down the line. So it's just worth it to take your time to do it right. One thing I am really glad I did, I stayed involved. Even though I wasn't physically there, I asked for videos, I got daily updates, I reviewed everything. That presence, even from abroad, kept things moving the right way. And I documented everything: receipts, daily photos, notes, cost of everything. If you're building from a distance, that's your best defense. Keep eyes on the ground, even if it has to be digitally. Solar cameras or whatever it is. You just have to stay involved. If you're abroad like me and thinking of building, start small if you have to. Just start, okay? Don't just send the money and disappear. Be present, ask questions, and stay involved. There are obviously challenges building in Ghana, no doubt. But the reward, seeing your vision come to life, is worth it. Plastering isn't the flashiest part of the build, but for me, it was one of the most meaningful. One more layer, one more step closer to a dream. If this video helped you or inspired you, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'm sharing every step of this journey, the wins, the lessons and the real stories. In my last video, I showed an update on the coping for the building. Here's an update on the fence wall coping. The guy is moving a lot slower, but this is looking nice. He's gonna go around the whole fence wall and do the front. So I will bring you an update on that once he's done. And I'll bring you an update on the final plastering once everything dries up. So don't forget to subscribe so that you can get notified whenever I post that video. I appreciate all the love and support I've received recently. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Until the next one, have a good weekend. Bye bye.